Alright, welcome everyone to the Hallocraft channel. This is the 48-inch Groundbreaker skeleton from Tractor Supply. This thing is pretty BA. Let me turn off the light here. Turn on my other light so we can see it kind of in the dark. There we go. Give some contrast to it. Pretty cool looking. I gotta say the packaging wasn't that great. So this is the box it comes in. I got one of the only Groundbreakers in my area, I think, in person. So it's Red Shed Home and Gifts 48-inch Groundbreaker. And you can see there's a small scale here. It's a very cool piece, but again, I don't really agree with how they packaged it. Obviously it fits in this, so that's pretty nice, but I had to assemble this thing assuming there wasn't any instructions, because the instructions are on the back of this cardboard brace, I guess is what I would call it, and it was inside this white box here like this, and these stakes were in the white box, and so all I saw were the stakes, and I didn't see anything else. I even looked like this, and you can't see the instructions, and the instructions are taped underneath of it. And whenever you open this box, the stakes were right at the tape line, so just like this. So I saw only the stakes and figured there was nothing else in the box. And there's some other boxes like this in here that are completely empty. So they're just in there to provide extra support. And I think there's another one in here. This one's completely empty. So just kind of strange that they would do that. Probably for shipping, I know, but just kind of weird because I put this together without instructions. And it was pretty difficult, so if you're looking for instructions, they're in that white box. I feel like they should have went... Oh, they did. Okay. Do not discard assembly instructions and manual inside. It's on the bottom. And I mean, it could have been on the top. I can't quite remember how I pulled this out, but I'm not like one to like really read all this stuff if it's like on a small little printed sticker. I feel like they should have made it really big on here to say that the instructions are inside, so that's my bad. They are in there, so if you have any trouble with finding them, they're in that white box there. But this is the skeleton, and you should be able to put it together obviously without the instructions, because I was able to, and I'm not a super genius or nothing, but kind of similar to the 12-foot skeleton if you have that, where you just stick it into its coupling and twist. So I just twisted this head off, if I could pull it off there. Yep. And that's just one-handed, so it is easy. If you're not as strong or have smaller hands or something, you might need to use two hands to put this together. In fact, you probably will, but this is the coupler for how to put everything together. Don't mind my feet. And you could kind of look at this neck piece and see that the spine is supposed to meet up with the spine on the back. And you could look at the bottom here. It's like a puzzle. You match the puzzle pieces up and you click it in place. I think I'm supposed to be clicking it in place even harder than maybe I am thinking. So let me get the manual out and read what it says. So yeah, the manual says something about arrows aligning and locking. If I could open this one-handed. But I don't see any arrows on the actual neck piece. Yeah, it says, place neck into the center hole of the chest by matching the straight arrows as well the shape of the neck peg must align with the hole shape in the center hole. Rotate the neck clockwise to lock. So those arrows, I don't think there's any arrows on here. Because there's an arrow on here, yeah. But I don't see any arrow like on the actual neck piece or the external pieces that are supposed to lock together. I don't see anything on there. Let me know if you see anything aside from the Zoltan there. And I know I'm putting it on right because, again, you can see that the spine is supposed to match up with the spine there. But it doesn't feel like it's totally locked together. Like, it feels like it could lock down more, but I'm afraid to turn it anymore. So I'm just gonna run with it how it is. Like, there's only like a, I don't know, 10 to 15 degree like rotation once it actually engages, which doesn't, again, feed me with inspiration here. That's how much wiggle there is in the actual coupler. And yeah, it doesn't scream secure to me, but see if I could throw this head on here without even putting you down. Yep, I was able to. So there's the head locked into place. And yeah, it kind of wiggles a bit, but since it's got such a low center of gravity, I don't think it'll be a huge issue. And if this were ever to get banged up and break or something, I could definitely figure out a way to just fasten them together, probably with something mechanical. But yeah, this is a pretty cool prop. Again, I probably had one of two that are going to be in stock at my store. I might check again just to feed my interest, but there was two showing online and there was only one in a box at the store and then one on display. And so maybe they count the one on display as a sales item or sales unit. But this is the 48-inch Groundbreaker. Again, a good pairing for the 12-foot skeleton from Home Depot, which I have up in the attic there. It did suffer some wind damage and has some broken pieces that I'm gonna have to fix in the off season. But yeah, it's got character, and that's all that matters. So this is, again, the Tractor Supply Groundbreaker, and this is in a single car garage, so you can kind of get a scale. Behind it is a 4x8 sheet of OSB put into a loft, so that's how big this thing is compared to it. And I think they're measuring the 48 inches from tip to tip, finger wise, because it's about the same width as this 48-inch. Oh, actually, no, it's this way, so my bad. Yeah, it is probably the same height as the skeleton, and it's actually almost looks about the same width as the 8-foot span on the OSB board there. Had a brain fart. That's it. Happy holidays, and I'll update you on the decor outside. I got all this stuff in the loft. Billy Butcherson up there, and we'll be starting to put it out probably in the next coming weeks, really. So stay tuned, and happy holidays.